Hey everybody, what's going on? I'm DJ Sixsmith. You're watching the Sit Down. WNBA is coming back. Jocelyn Willoughby Kylee Shook here from the New York Liberty. How you guys doing?
Good.
Good to be talking to you. Good to finally have some basketball coming back. And Jocelyn, we were just chatting beforehand. Like, this has been a crazy first start for you. It's been an insane rookie. You finally got going with training camp. What have the last couple of months been like for you?
Yeah, for sure. There's just been so much uncertainty. And I think, Kylie and I got drafted, and then it's kind of like, okay, is the season going to happen? And, it's kind of like you're a professional athlete, but you're not on a team yet. And you're still trying to transition from like college, which our seasons got ended short. So now being in Florida with our team, it kind of just makes everything feel real. And finally to be back in that team environment and just getting ready, now it's like, okay, there's some reassurance and just being able to get back to a little bit of normal, even though it's like wild and, just very different circumstances.
Kylee, what's been the biggest challenge for you the last few months?
From the beginning, I'll probably be getting in the gym, but like she said, kind of the uncertainty of everything that's going on, not sure what's happening, knowing that we did get chosen by a team, but not really knowing what's going on and what to prepare for. I think that's what's coming up.
So Jocelyn, you get going today for the first time with the rest of your teammates. Like, what's the thing that jumps out immediately? Because the Liberty are a really young team this year. And honestly, like, let's be real, like anything can happen in terms of like who ends up winning this whole thing. So what jumped out in terms of just being with your teammates for the first time?
Oh man, I'm so thankful of the situation that we're in. I think we are young, but we bring a lot of energy. One thing that I noticed in our interactions that I think is really special that you don't find is that we have a lot of selfless people who are competitive. And so, we're young, and we do have some vets, but there isn't like a very strong hierarchy. We are very much about like respecting each other and just all buying in and committing, because there is so much change across the board. As rookies, we're new to a situation and trying to figure things out. Our vets are assuming new roles since they're still relatively it's a new coaching staff and so on and so forth. So just respecting all the change that we're going through, being flexible, being selfless and brought in, and competitive at the end of the day. There's just some things where I'm like, this is special. It's, it's a unique time, but the way that we've, I think, demonstrated our resilience so far and just bonding together through that, I think something special is going to be happening here in New York.
That's awesome. So Kylie, you were familiar with Jocelyn from playing against her in the ACC. You knew some women on the team, but what is something that's special to you about this group of women, just from the little time you've had with everybody so far?
I think Jocelyn nailed it on the head. I mean, like she said, the hierarchy, we do have vets, but they're all amazing. They're all teaching us the game, taking it slow because we are such a young team. But I think it also helps because of the rookies coming in. We all know each other. So it's kind of like us building on top of the vets, and interacting yesterday, having a team practice was great. Seeing what it's like to be with each other and actually work with each other, run through plays. It was a good feeling, and I really like the team, the coaches, how they take time and to teach us. So I think it's going to be a good year.
Why don't we talk about some of those vets, because I would imagine it's a lot more off the court stuff than it has been on the court. So whether it's Kia Nurse, Amanda Zowie, like Jocelyn, who are the people on the team that have really taken a liking to you and that you've learned the most from so far?
Yeah, I think Kia and Zowie are the ones I've had most interaction with. And I don't know, it's weird just meeting somebody online and that being like your main source of interaction and kind of like knowledge of them. But both of them have had different journeys through the league. Zowie, she started off and has worked her way up to the top to have the position that she's in now. And so that's something that I really like respect about her. I also think she's like very authentic in who she is, which is like amazing how she uses her platform. So I think just like learning things on and off the court about her journey and how she's come into who she is as a player and person today, I think is amazing. And so I'm so excited to just kind of learn from her through this year and hopefully in years to come. And then same with Kia Nurse. I think she's like such a personality. She had her show Kicking It with Kia, and just kind of getting to know her in just an informal way, which hopefully will transition to on the court now, like camaraderie. I think those are two of our like vets. Also, Leisha, can't forget her and Stoke. So all of them, just meeting them in different ways. But now it's like we're on the court, so it brings a different dynamic to our relationship. So I'm excited about that.
That's great. Kylee, how about for you? What's been the best experience with the vets so far on this team?
I would say just getting to know them and meeting them in person. Zowie, I mean, she plays my position, so looking up to her on the court, it's been nice to be on the court with her, watch her workouts. Kia, I mean, I watched her in college, so I know her game. I know how good she is. Laser, I played against her in USA. So Stokes, she's also good. She plays my position. So it's kind of nice to have two vets in my position to kind of look up to, watch over. But I would say just mainly coming together, having Zoom calls, meeting each other, and then having it all come together in person has probably been the best experience to be able to talk to everybody and learn each other.
Do you guys feel like you're in pretty good basketball shape right now, or do you think it's going to take a few more weeks to kind of get there? Because, like, Kylee, you mentioned it, like, you didn't have gym access all the time. So, Kylee, why don't we start with you here? Like, in terms of, like, a scale of 1 to 10, like, where are you at and kind of where do you need to go in the next few weeks?
I mean, I've been trying to stay in shape, and I feel like I'm in shape for a regular person, but it's definitely different when you get on the court, and including that I've never played a professional game in the league. So going from college to the league, like, I know it's much faster, crazy good players. So I don't exactly know what that's like until we start playing, but probably 1 to 10, I'm like a 6, 7, but give me a week, I'll be good.
There we go. I like it. Jocelyn, how about for you? Because Kylee hits on it too, like just taking your college game and fitting it into the pro level, and also just being ready for basketball and dealing with the realities of COVID and everything going on in the world. Where are you at mentally and physically with everything?
I mean, I feel like I'm in a good place, and I think that comes in part from the support we have between the coaches and players here. But you know, it's kind of like you're never really in game shape until you start playing games. So for me, I'm just kind of like, it's going to take it day by day and just look to have marginal gains with each practice, with each day, with each workout. And so, you know, I'm definitely not where I want to be. I don't think anybody is, given the circumstances, but we're all grinding it this season the best that it can be, given the circumstances that we're in. So it's I feel like I'm in a good place right now.
I'm glad to hear that. And for both of you, this rookie class is really important. Obviously, Sabrina Ionescu is a big name at the top of that rookie class. What have the interactions been like with her? And Kylee, you've seen her play and played against her. So what does it mean to be teammates with somebody like that who can change the game with just a few shots?
I mean, playing against her, she's such an amazing player, but that's all I've ever seen her be, was like on the opposing side. So I've always seen her treat her teammates good. So actually being on her team now and having an interaction with her yesterday as a group, I mean, she's a great person. She's kind. She teaches. She's definitely a role model, even though she's young. So she's one of those people who are just like a natural born leader. Like, coach will say something and then she'll reiterate it in like a perfect way in a player's aspect. So I mean, I think she's doing great so far, and it's nice to be on her team. She's supportive, good teammate. So I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, it's nice to not be playing against her, right, Jocelyn? What does it mean to be playing with her this time?
Yeah, I haven't played against her, and so my like knowledge and interaction has just been off of like watching, seeing interviews and things like that. So that was one thing. I was just excited to be able to meet her in person and be a teammate. I agree with a lot of what Kylee said, just like the interactions yesterday between everyone. It was just kind of, all right, we're here for a purpose. We're brought in. We're helping each other out, uplifting each other, and trying to be good teammates and people as well as great players. And so I definitely am excited to see how our like relationship on and off the court grows in the coming weeks and months. But I think it was definitely a good start yesterday. So I'm excited.
All right, let's talk about the bubble life here, because we've seen the stuff on social media. It's obviously a much different experience. Kylee, what has been the best part of the bubble experience, and what has been the craziest part of the bubble experience?
Well, to be honest, we haven't really experienced much, so it'd probably be practice. We've been quarantining to make sure everybody's safety is good.
Yeah.
And I don't really have a worse experience either, because I mean, we're just getting started. So I mean, our apartment's nice, our lodge. So chilling in here has been great.
Yeah.
I like it. Jocelyn, how about for you? Have you picked up any new hobbies? How are you enjoying the bubble so far?
It's not too bad. I find ways to keep myself entertained. So I read, you know, sometimes I just go on walks just to be outside and not, you know, stay indoors. still keeping in touch with family and people from back home. But I think one of the highlights was definitely just getting on the court and like seeing some of my teammates, some in which I hadn't met in person. And just that feeling of like you've been working out on your own for so long, but like, you hear people in the gym again, you hear other sneakers like squeaking, like just the little things, to be in that team environment again and have people like giving you high fives or like shouting your name and so on and so forth. Like I miss that a lot. And so it's just like we're back in it and it's really exciting. And yeah, I think that's definitely a highlight, just getting back to that.
It's nice to have a little normalcy, and it'll be great to have the season getting going. So Kylee, for you, you mentioned the fact there's people that play your position. Like everybody on this team is going to have to contribute just given the nature of the season, given the young team. What's most important for you in terms of helping this team win and getting your game going in terms of being a pro?
Like I said, kind of looking up to my vets, following in their footsteps, because Zowie has made a mark on the league. I would just say trying to make an impact on both sides of the floor, definitely focusing on defense and offense. So whatever I can do to contribute will be great.
Jocelyn, how about for you? You were a top 10 pick, you get traded on draft day. It's been a wild few months. What's most important for you in terms of getting it going here as a pro?
I think the biggest thing is just confidence in myself and the team buying in to this new system, and just rolling with the punches, being flexible. I think it's going to be different coming from the college game, knowing that the W is different, and this season in itself is different. So being competitive, just bringing my effort and energy every day, and seeing how I translate to this new level. So I have pretty good confidence and faith in that, but it's not going to be easy path, I think, and so just staying true to the process.
And then lastly for you both, I mean, what does it mean to be a professional? Because, you know, only a certain percentage of women get to play professional basketball. Only a certain percentage of women get to play in the W. The W is a great league in terms of what it's doing socially and politically. Kylee, what does it mean for you to be a member of the W at this point, given everything going on in the world?
Yeah, I mean, it's a dream come true. I mean, it's something that I wanted to do ever since I was younger, and to finally make it happen and be able to be here is just an amazing feeling. Can't really describe it, but I mean, I'm ready to get going.
Beautiful. And Jocelyn, how about for you? There's a lot of incredible women that are part of this league. What does it mean that you're now in the league?
Yeah, I think it's just an incredible privilege. You know, in college, I played for various women who are part of the league and had great success here. So now to be able to experience what they built. And then I think also there's such, like, we're living in historic times. Like there's been no other season that's going to happen in this condition. Hopefully, you know, next season will be much different. There's a lot going on in terms of like social and racial injustices in our country and just a lot. So to be able to have this opportunity to learn and experience this with the other women in this league who are taking different stances and just the experience overall. There's so much going on beyond our bubble. It's an incredible opportunity, and I try and just practice gratitude and be grateful for it and make the most of it each and every day. And so it means a lot, and especially I think with the New York Liberty and the situation that we have here, the legacy that we have, to be able to be a part of that is incredible. So
I think that's the perfect place to leave it. Jocelyn, Kylee, looking forward to seeing you out there. Thanks so much, and stay healthy, stay safe down there, all right?
Thank you.
thank you, you too.